The biggest thing for me is I want people to feel welcome and comfortable. So many record stores that, I've been collecting records essentially my whole life. So many record stores have like a very specific energy, or maybe there's kind of employees sometimes who are like, what kind of cool guy are you? At the end of the day, like, we're here because we like cool things. You come into the store because you like cool things. I'm excited about learning the things that you're interested in. And like, I really also just want people to be curious, comfortable enough to actually explore the space and find essentially some artifacts from the gone world that might not exist anymore. Or maybe find a new record they've been wanting to get for months but didn't want to buy it online, So I really want people to feel comfortable, but we really wanted a space that was big enough so it could kind of be, it could be more than maybe just a book or a record store, right? Initially, we were kind of thinking of it being like an art space, kind of a community space, a place where we could hold shows. So that's what we're really kind of chasing out. And then something with like real character. And sometimes in trying to find a place to rent, things are just kind of furnished for you in a way or remodeled in a way that like doesn't really kind of have the character or kind of soul that we were looking for. Because it'd be kind of fun, or kind of strange to have a shop with kind of this like homespun name like Fuzzy Needle and just like a super like glammed up strip mall space, It's always nice to kind of like wet a concept with a space and see how it grows from there. So the biggest thing for us, and it's a concept or just kind of an idea I had when I signed the lease, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm paying rent for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right? So how can we use the space in different ways, kind of out of just commerce? Or, like due to the fact of like it being a commercial transaction, when someone buys and supports us, like how can we kind of give back to that? So the biggest things that we do, like youth organizations in the area that are kind of arts-based, like Dreams, if they want to host like a reading or an art gallery showing, we open up a space. We work collaboratively also with the Cameron Art Museum, particularly with their adult writing classes. And so students in those classes do their readings here. Even though they're working at the CAM, it's really nice to take their work and showcase it in a new space. We actually had a reading last night that was pretty awesome. Also, as far as like local artists, specifically in the beginning of the Fuzzy Needle, when there was more space in here before it filled up with stuff, we're like, well, this could be a kind of fun venue for people to kind of try out playing in a comfortable space with a respectful audience. But basically any type of art space showing, any type of performance, we really just try to hold space for that and give our customers something back, because they're obviously the ones that help us pay rent and kind of keep things moving. And not just have it be totally kind of transactional and commercial. Like how can we fill gaps in the community that we might not be filling otherwise? And anytime also to collaborate with, the university is great as well. So essentially anytime someone from UNCW or Cape Fear hits us up for a project or an idea, or even like if they're shooting like something even more creative, they're like, hey, can we use the space for a few hours? I'm just like, yeah, why not? If we can pull it off, why not do that, right? So it's nice when we can all win. We're really blessed with an absolutely beautiful space. And that was a lot of our work from the beginning. But with that shell of the space, the things that make it special are the customers. We have the best customers, and our staff. And everyone here kind of has a point of entry or interest in either music or books, or specific forms of art. And it's nice for the kind of exchange between customers and staff around those things. And it's pretty open. Like if you have a question, like we're excited about answering it. And if you have something you want to share with us, we're just as excited. I spend so much time when I'm working here actually jotting down like titles of things that customers are telling me about or excited about, or have you listened to this, or do you have this book? And it keeps me constantly learning and constantly engaged. And the future of this place and is like, can it continue to be a space where people can explore, where people can learn, and also kind of connect over like shared interest, which is really fun. Well, to keep the motor running, we drink a lot of coffee. We all love it. Taylor, who owns Folkestone Coffee, he was my first manager, but previous to this, he had managed other coffee and shops in town, and he's just like an incredible barista. As his kind of life was evolving and changing, he had the idea that he was going to create a coffee cart. And was kind of thinking about different locations where it should be. And I was like, Taylor, we can just put it here. I was like, I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay around. Like, you're an invaluable part. And like, we've always been wanting to do coffee together, and this can kind of be your own thing that exists inside of the shop. And so it's nice that like we still get to collaborate together, but he also has his own autonomy. And I think he's happy to be here too. I think this place is very much a home away from home for him, and hopefully he doesn't want to leave us anytime soon. But he's a good friend of mine, and it's cool too because he can still, like, on the weekdays just kind of like help with all things shop too. And he's probably still like one of my most knowledgeable and skilled kind of employees. But he also makes a really great cortado too. So both parts of himself can exist when he's running coffee and helping out in the shop. So I think he's stoked. My all-time favorite record. This is the one that I probably listen to the most and will listen to through all stages of my life. Will be Townes Van Zant's self-titled record. Yep. I own an early repress of it. I would like to have an original copy one day. But that record just kind of works for me in all seasons of my life. And so much so, like, I keep the actual CD in both of my vehicles. I got 2 old trucks, and it's nice to just be able to like hear an old friend. And at different stages of my life, it's nice to hear some of those songs and hear how things either ring true or don't ring true. And certain records can be such a timestamp of where you were at a specific time in your life, but can also show you how much you've changed, just in the way that you kind of view even something like a lyric or even certain melodies.
Well, I'm going out to Denver, see if I can't find. Well, I'm going out to Denver, see if I can't find.